Hey, cousins, check in with me. Listen, I'm about to run in this restaurant real quick with my mom and to eat, but I needed to come back and say this right quick so I didn't forget it. So, one, check in with me. Check in with me. Hey, cousins, listen, it is the 21st. Okay, it's the 21st of October, and all kind of stuff is happening today. Okay, because it's another day, but I suck at checking my voicemail, y'all. Like for real, real bad. Like if you know me personally outside of excuse me, outside of social media, my voicemail literally says, "Text me, don't leave a voicemail." Like it's on there. Don't judge me, judge your mama. Okay? But that's my truth and that's I'm going to live with that. So with that being said, anyway, a little while ago a situation came up when I had started the series, Let's Table It, right? And so I'm very transparent with y'all. I don't have nothing to hide because here's the thing. In hiding, there's a real thin line of secrecy. I'm sacred. I understand that, but I'm not I don't live in no secrets. I don't live in no gray areas, right? I'm transparent like that. So, with that being said, my younger sibling on by my father, because I only have one sibling by my father. So my younger sibling by my father, she calls and she leaves a voicemail. Now listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, I never checked that voicemail until today. Okay? Because at the time of the situation, she also sent me a text message. So I never checked my voicemail. So we was going back and forth in the text message. After we had our words, I was done with it. Let it be, because what I can't do is fight grown kids that want to speak on behalf of the parent. This is what I want to bring to the table today. As a child, even though I'm an adult, I'm a child. We as kids, even though you grown, you still somebody's kid, right? Y'all got to learn how to stay in y'all place, even as an adult. And I know that's like, huh? But I'm grown. Yeah, you're grown in the wrong comprehension. Listen, you being an adult and you being able to pay your own bills and you being successful is your adulthood. You cannot fight on behalf of what your parents and grandparents did. I'm not saying that if you're not like, if you're power of attorney, that's a whole different conversation. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about emotionally. Y'all be really out here going toe to toe with people about parts of the situation you do not understand. Like if you ain't got the A and the B clause, what you fighting me for? What you mad about? Case in point, I got another sibling. My brother-in-law, he does the same thing. He fights on behalf of my mother-in-law's emotions. Again, it's no judgment, but let's table this. And yes, this is probably a high sensitive conversation, but it needs to be said. Because again, I'm not going to dumb down my conquering abilities. I'm not going to shut off the faucet of testimony because it's my truth and it makes you feel infuriated or inferior. Thank you. To my growth. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. Hear me, have a conversation with me, and let's come to a means of understanding, and that's that. But we can't do that. You know why we can't do that? And I'm not just saying we like me and these siblings. I'm saying we as a people. We can't do that because we're only getting one side of the story. Like, y'all would not believe when I tell y'all I really try to like leave stuff alone, but forget all of that, man. Like let's first of all, let's expose the devil in the situation, because if the devil can keep us separated, then there's no unity. That's the first problem. Like, and we don't see that. We don't see that this is a plan for separation and destruction. No unity. No unity. Okay? So here it is. Here it is. Here it is. You say to me, now mind y'all, I told y'all I just checked my voicemail. So you gotta know the voicemail did not even line up with the text message. Whole different situation of energy, because in the text message, it did not say what the voicemail said. But let me tell you what the voicemail said, just so that we're clear, okay? It said, I don't believe that you need this kind of attention that you will get on social media and blast our father. Now, I'm glad she said that, because here's the problem with mental health. Okay? This is where mental health is a problem and is a great warfare, because on one hand, you feel like you're being attacked and exposed. On the other hand, I'm having a voice and I'm standing up for myself, because what I really refuse to do is go into my 40s doing the same thing I was doing in my 20s and my 30s when it comes to my emotions and how I love or how I care. I was watching another podcast, and the lady said, on one hand, we mad at these Gen Zs, YNs. She said, y'all mad at them. She said, but at the same time, they got the voice we didn't have. They not taking the levels of disrespect just because you're a senior to the conversation. Not saying that they're not wrong for having respect, but at the same time, respect is given because you gave it. You cannot get mad at a person that treats you the way you treat them. Okay? I'm not gonna go all the way up into like the other distresses of the conversation, but I wanted to bring that to a highlight, because here's the thing. The young lady said, this was me seeking attention. Now, here's what's crazier than that. My husband died 2.5 years ago, right? And if you go back and if you've been following me, you will know that even in certain parts of the process, I mention certain people. I may not mention them by name, but by context clues, right? Y'all, do y'all know, didn't nobody stay with me the first night when I buried my husband? Siblings. I'm talking about siblings. Nobody said, I'm gonna take 2 days off work. Now I can't take a whole week because I don't expect that, right? But I do expect at least 2 days, because I like what I don't want is for you to take yourself out. See, but here's the problem in that. That was me expecting myself out of them. And that was a hard lesson to learn. But now here is me being me regardless to them. Baby, I don't need no attention that y'all ain't never gave me. And I'm saying it right here on this platform, because I want to make sure that everybody that you convince that it's me, that they now know, I don't care about how y'all feel. I don't care about the distress calls that y'all try to make. And I really don't care about y'all energy of how you feel. I voice my victory. Because there are a lot of women right now, there are a lot of men right now in my age bracket, I'm a millennial, that walk past their parents every single day because of the childhood distress, because of the childhood hurt and the childhood trauma, and they don't know how to get past that. So I'm here to say, you can get past it, and you cannot even hate your parent, and you can forgive them, and you can walk in peace. You know why? Because if it's the truth, it's going to set you free. It's going to set you free. It's going to set you free. Because what I can't do no more is I can't act like it's okay to keep sweeping stuff under the rug that needs to be exposed, dealt with, and handled like adults. Now, if this offends anybody, let me sincerely apologize in the midst of this conversation, because my goal is not to offend you. But again, I want to bring an awareness and a light to have a voice in your victory. Have a voice in your victory, because it's going to be the closest people to you that's going to try to bring you to a place of silence. What that song say? I will not be silenced long as I am. What? Okay. Thank you.